Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're going to get into something that's, it's becoming part of our daily lives, AI, and how it's starting to shift communication, especially, in our personal relationships.
Yeah, we've been looking at this really interesting article, The Automation of Friendship.
Yeah,
It definitely makes you think.
it really does. So, our mission today is basically to unpack the ideas from this source because it raises some, frankly, potentially unsettling questions about AI writing our emails, our
Our
texts.
personal messages, yeah, it's a big one.
Okay, so let's jump right into that core idea from the article that feels a bit alarming. It's suggesting the future isn't just like bots talking to bots, but AI actually writing our messages for us to send to each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it mentions that quote from Sundar Pichai, Google CEO. He apparently called AI a superpower that will, and this is the phrase, make people better friends.
Better friends. That phrasing alone it gives you pause, doesn't it?
It really does. But you can see the surface appeal he's getting at, right? I mean, the promise is this incredible efficiency.
Right. Like AI remembering birthdays, drafting the perfect note.
Or never ghosting someone because there's always a smart reply ready. Always knowing the right thing to say in a tricky situation. It sounds smooth.
Almost too smooth, maybe? Because the article digs into that and argues there's, a kind of dark truth hiding under that efficiency.
Yeah, that's the core counter-argument. The author says that this drive for perfection, for like frictionless communication, it costs something really important. It starts to erase what they call the human layer.
The human layer, you mean like the messy stuff?
Exactly. The typos, the slightly rambling voice notes you send late at night, the awkward confessions, the stuff that actually shows vulnerability, shows
This
presence.
means you're actually there.
Right. And the argument is that outsourcing that kind of emotional work to an algorithm, well, that's not being a better friend. It's more like delegating intimacy.
Delegating intimacy, wow. So the piece suggests AI isn't just coming for jobs, it might be coming for like the substance of our relationships too.
That's the implication it explores. Yeah. It's pretty heavy thought.
So what's driving this, according to the source? Who wants us to automate our friendships?
Well, the article points towards big tech, specifically mentioning Google integrating AI more and more into communication tools. Think Gmail, Google Docs, Android messaging.
We see it already, right? Predictive text, those help me write features, the smart replies.
Uh-huh. And the article adds this interesting twist to the motivation. It's not just about convenience for you, although that's obviously the selling point.
Okay.
The more you let AI write for you, the more the tech company behind it learns how you think, how you communicate, your patterns, your tone.
You become data.
You become data that feeds the system, makes the AI better at mimicking human interaction, and, maybe keeps you more locked into their ecosystem.
So it's less like a sudden robot takeover and more subtle, like AI just weaving itself into how we talk until we don't notice.
Exactly. The article paints this picture of a future where we all sound incredibly polished, always saying the perfect thing,
Yeah.
but maybe none of it is, truly us.
That example they used was quite powerful. Imagining getting a perfectly worded, I'm proud of you message from your mom.
But she didn't actually write
Well,
herself.
yeah,
What does that message even mean at that point? It hits hard.
it really does. It sort of crystallizes the main question the source seems to be asking. If we let AI take over our voice, who do we actually become, especially in these digital relationships?
Yeah. What happens to connection itself?
And it's important to say the article isn't arguing against all AI tools, right? They can be useful for tasks.
Absolutely. It's framed more as a warning specifically against automating the article uses the word soul, letting a machine handle your I love you or your I'm sorry.
That's not connection, that's delegation, like you said earlier.
Right. Friendship is a feeling, an experience you build. It's not just another feature you can optimize with an app. It needs that authentic, sometimes awkward human element.
This look into the automation of friendship certainly gives you a lot to chew on regarding where all this might be heading.
It definitely does. It challenges you to think about what genuine communication looks like in an increasingly AI-driven world.
So as we wrap up, here's maybe the final thought to leave you with. As AI gets scarily good at sounding human, at crafting those perfect messages, what does it actually mean for the authenticity of our relationships when the words we share might not truly be our own?